Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my ReactJS course. This video what we will try to do is when we click on this one of the particular post, okay, so we need to get the ID and we need to show the complete post details of this one in another component. Okay, so let's try to do this one. So now in order to make this as a clickable, we need to convert this one into the anchor link. Here if you go into the post and if you go into the post here we are having the post.js, right? So this file, this is we are having, let's convert this one into anchor link. Okay, so I'll be having href is equal to something like hash, try to see output whether this one not converted. Okay, sorry, what I have done. So now this is the anchor link, and here what I can do is something like inline block. So one is an inline element, so I am converting it into the inline block. Let's try to see here. Yeah, I'm able to see the anchor link. So this is the anchor link. Now what I will try to do is, so here whenever we click on this one, I need to get the ID of this. So now what I need to do is, here we can write something like post clicked. Okay, so post clicked or post clicked is equal to, so I need to call something like this dot on post click handler. Okay, whatever the name you want, you can give it. On post click handler dot bind of, we need to pass this and the post dot id. Okay, so this post clicked when we need to fire, so here we need to use in the post.js, here on click, okay, on click is equal to this, as this one is a functional, so props dot post click I can use directly here. Now here what we are trying to do, so this is an event, so we are firing that event. So whenever we click on this component anchor link, immediately this method will be fired on post click handler. So now let's try to do the create a method on post click handler. Okay, so here you will be having the ID. I'm able to get the ID. Here let's try to print the ID, console.log ID. Now if I try to click this ID, okay, let's try to refresh this one, and I will go to the inspect element. If I go to the inspect element in the console, so far no errors. If I click here, I am able to get the IDC. So whenever I am clicking, I am able to get the ID. Here I am able to successfully get the ID. So that means somehow we are able to get the particular post ID whichever it is clicked. Okay, the clicked post ID we are getting. So now what I will try to do is, I will create one state something like selected post ID. Okay, so first one I will keep it as a null. So whenever this one is selected, what I will try to do here, I will do this dot set state. Here I can write selected post ID of ID. So I am saving that selected post ID. So whenever the user clicks on this one, so I am storing that one in the state variable, the selected post. So here what we will try to do is, now we will create a component, extra component, that is nothing but single post details. Here I will try to create new file something like single post details .js. Okay, so this one I am creating it in a functional class component, then after we will convert it into the functional component, single post details extends component. So we need to learn both the ways. So class components we need to be able to understand, and also the functional components, both are important. So now here what I can do is constructor of props, and here I can write super of props. Okay, so here I will be having something like render method. Here I will be having the render method, and here I will be returning div, and here I will be writing something like div. So I need to show the title, I need to show the description. If you want, you can show the ID also. Okay, so I can show the ID also. These are the details I need to show. So now if I want to use, I can directly use it here, something like div single post details. Okay, so now we are able to show. So here what is happening here, we are showing at the down. So what we'll try to do is, we'll show it as the right hand top corner, we'll try to show. So that means we need to convert this one, some designing. I am taking this div and I am keeping it here, and in this div what I will try to do is I will take this div, and here what I will try to do is, so one set I will keep it, okay, and here I can write div class is equal to flex. These are all tailwind classes, okay, so no need to worry about these things. These are not react.js one. So I am using something like width 3 by 4, 3 by 4th I am taking, and here I will be taking class name is equal to w hyphen 1 by 4. 1 by 4 means 1 by 4th of the screen. So now if you try to see the output, see here I am able to see it at the right side top corner, okay. Let's try to keep it like that. So now when I need to show it, so now at the first time we are trying to show it means it's not nice, right? Whenever we click on this any post, we need to show the post details here at the right side top corner. So now what I need to do here, so how can we know that user has clicked on the particular post means, if the selected post ID is not null means, then we can be able to know that somebody has clicked on some particular post. So here we can write a condition in such a way, okay, here we will be wrapping this one. Here I can write something like this dot, okay, this dot state dot selected post ID ampersand ampersand, okay, I can write it like this. That means this dot state dot selected post ID, if it is true means, if it is not null means, then execute the second condition. Now if you try to see here, first time I am not able to see the details. Now if I click here, immediately I am able to see the ID, title and the description. So now we will try to pass the data afterwards. So let's try to see. So first time when I am refreshing, I am not seeing the complete post details here. Whenever the user clicks on particular post, any post, I am able to see the ID, title and description. So this is correct. The expected behavior is correct. Now what we need to do is, let's design some here. So here I can write something like my-2, and here I will try to do border hyphen gray hyphen 300, and I will apply the shadow, and I will apply some p-4. Okay, now let's try to see the output. So here I'm able to see here, nice. And here in the post.js what I can do is, here I can write something like h2 post details, okay, I can write post details, and here I can write something like class name is equal to font hyphen bold. I can write font hyphen bold, and text hyphen 2xl or anything, whatever the name you want, you can give it. So now if you try to see the output here, if I click on anything, so I am able to see the post details here, okay. So now we are able to successfully able to get show the complete post details whenever user clicks on the post data, right? So now what we try to do is, now we need to send the ID to the single post details, so that here we can be able to get the details. So here what we'll try to do is, now we will try to send the post ID here. So I will try to send something like ID is equal to this dot state, sorry, this dot state dot selected post ID. So I am sending the post ID here. In the single post details, we will be able to get the post ID. Now using that post ID, what we need to do is, we need to call to the database, and we need to get the details. So here if you open the Firebase, okay, we are using the Firebase as our backend database, right? So in here in this one, in the get started, if you go and if you open this one, have the my ReactJS course here, this React course. If I go to the real-time database, here what I will try to do is, I will try to take this endpoint URL. So in this one we are having the post details, right? So this is the unique key and this is the details. And here if I try to use post.json, okay, so I am getting all the complete post details. So if I want to get particular post details means, I need to pass something like post slash this ID, okay, post slash the id.json. If I click here, now I am, what happened here, some problem came. Post.json, we will take the post.json, okay, take this id one, or otherwise post slash id1.json. if you take, so here I am able to get the details of the particular id, okay. In this way, this from this endpoint URL we are able to get the single post details, okay. So now here we are in this component we are able to get the id, okay, post id we are able to get. Now we will try to call the post details. So we will call the API endpoint URL and get that particular post details. We'll try to do it in the next video. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.